Okay, so here's something a little different, I suppose. So let's try and explain what's going on here. I guess what I'm going to say is the aim, right, is to get this piece of nether quartz ore, is that what it's called? Yep, onto this piece of obsidian. And of course, I'm going to be using, it's all like applied. And I wanted to say, you know what, the only power component I want to use is going to be a lever. The only transmission components that I want to use are the only transmission component I want to use is going to be redstone. So let's I'm not going to need that. So really trying to minimize everything. We're not going to need that. So we're going to use basically one power component, one transmission component, and one mechanism component. So it's quite simple, really. In fact, it's probably about as simple as you can with those three components. Now, obviously, when we power something with redstone, like I've mentioned, it's when we power an opaque block with redstone, we're going to have a weakly powered block. Now, what a weakly powered block can do is, if, for instance, if there was a repeater or a comparator here, it would power it fine. And if it was, and if there's a piston here, like there is, it will power it fine as well. If there's a piece of redstone here, though, on top of this grass block underneath this piston, it wouldn't power it at all there. So, yeah. So I've really just done something very, very simple here. Okay, so let's have a look when we do the first press here. As you can see, we've only got a couple of pieces of redstone here. But this piece of redstone is powering this block weakly, which is powering this piston here. Then this piece of redstone is powering this block weakly, which is powering this opaque block. This transmission redstone dust is powering this opaque block, which is powering this mechanism piston. And obviously you can see that this has happened. Okay, and then when we do the same again, it's going to retract both of them. They're both getting, because this is getting power from this block and this is getting power from this block. Weakly powered. Okay, so we're not dealing with strongly powered, because strongly powered is more complicated. Okay, so now we've got the nether quartz ore block over here. So now what we need to do is look at this. Now I've used a different setup. This is like a sort of staring its way up, and here's something a little bit different. And this is, I'm using only one opaque block, but of course, the opaque block here, it kind of acts in a way that a strongly powered, even though it's weakly powered, because it's only being powered by the redstone dust, it does allow there to be almost like strongly powered interaction with things like the piston there. And similarly, I just want to briefly check this. It's going to be a very, very quick thing I check. I just want to see if this actually works. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So even though this is weakly powered, it can still power mechanism, exactly like I was saying. It can still power the mechanism components, like the pistons, and it can still power transmission components, like the comparator and the repeater, not the redstone dust, of course. Yeah, and just to labour that point even more, we can see it. Okay, so now we've got this to here, and you can see that this block is weakly powering both of these pistons, and then it's just a case doing the same thing again. Getting up there. Okay, so now I guess I can just finish that off. So let's do that. Let's get it right into the spot that we want. Okay, so we're going to retract these, turn everything off. Okay. Okay, let's put that back there. Okay. One more piece of redstone dust. Let's see how we get on here. There it goes. Up. Right. Up. And there we go. It's in the right position. Thanks for watching.